Hi fight fans, and welcome to another MMA fighting video. In a rematch where most people believed he would lose, Leon Edwards again shocked the world by defeating his bitter rival, Kamaru Usman. By beating Usman with a perfectly calculated high kick the second time they met, many considered that a lucky shot and questioned Leon's ability to beat the strong wrestler in the trilogy. However, he proved to the world that he evolved into a complete martial artist who could neutralize Usman's wrestling and be the better fighter in a 5-round war. We'll take a closer look at this trilogy fight and analyze what really happened. Before the octagon closed. Leading to the bout, Kamaru Usman was very confident that he is the superior fighter between the two, considering that he already beaten Leon in 2015 and was also winning their second fight until the infamous high kick. Not that he was taking anything away from Leon, quite the contrary, Usman always praised the high kick as a beautiful display of technique and precision. However, on multiple occasions and during interviews before the trilogy, Usman kept reminding Leon that he was winning and dominating the second bout before the unthinkable happened. At the pre-fight press conference, Usman took the opportunity to trash-talk his rival by impersonating Leon's coach.
What was the excuse for the first fight?
What's the excuse for the head kicking up?
I dropped my head. There's no excuse. There was no excuse. Beautiful technique. My hand came down and you landed it. What was your excuse for the 3 rounds before that, getting your head beat in?
Get your head beat in.
Your coach had to back
Get
you.
held against the cage.
Come on, Rock.
This man had never worse. A left hand unscathed. Not one.
Bully you, son.
Not one mark on the face.
You're getting bullied, son. Bullied, you were bullied in the first fight, and you're gonna be bullied again.
We'll
You're
see.
getting bullied, son.
We'll see.
Don't let it bully you, son.
Judging by the 8 rounds these two shared in the past before the final bout, we can see why Usman and most of the UFC fans believe that he won't have any problems in the trilogy. The previous 2 fights weren't even close, and Usman dominated all the rounds until the high kick. On the other hand, Leon was confident in his ability to win the trilogy and open the retirement door for Usman, but only a few believe that he had the skill set to defeat the former pound-for-pound king. Although Kamaru was the bookie's favorite to win the fight, priced at around 2-5, Edwards edged him on the scorecards and closed the Kamaru Usman chapter in his book, shutting down any doubts about who was the better fighter between the two. Let's take a closer look at what really happened in the third fight and how Rocky managed to keep his belt in England. By the way, if you like the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button. Leon Edwards vs Kamaru Usman 3. As the fight started, both fighters had respect for each other's skills. The game plan for Usman was apparent. He should have closed the distance and make Leon work from the clinch position before eventually taking him down and dominating him with his superior wrestling. Round 1. Usman was very cautious and respectful in his approach, considering how the previous fight ended. It doesn't necessarily mean that the flashy knockout affected Usman's confidence, but at the same time, knowing that Leon could end the fight at any moment made Usman think twice before making some reckless move. As the fight progressed, slowly but surely, Usman started to take the center of the octagon in an attempt to close the distance. Leon, taking advice from Chael Sonnen's book, could not let Usman get close and attacked him from a distance with his sharp striking. Leon was throwing low kicks, attacking Usman's legs, and at the midpoint of the round, he threw a beautiful body kick that landed clean. That shot clearly got Usman's attention, but it didn't prevent the Nigerian from pressing his rival against the fence. Edwards kept throwing kicks, attacking Usman's body to slow his attacks by causing him pain in the midsection. Finally, around the last minute of the first round, Kamaru closed the distance and got Leon to a clinch position where he was working on a takedown. Leon, in an attempt to isolate Usman's hands to defend the takedown, sneaked his fingers inside Usman's glove, which is against the rules. Although the Jamaican managed to defend and escape the clinch, Usman protested, and the referee, Herb Dean, warned Leon against doing it again. The first round was close, but Leon was a bit sharper with his strikes and slightly the better fighter. He won the first round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Round 2. Leon took where he had left off in the second round, kicking Usman's legs and body. Early in the round, he landed an intentional kick to the groin, but luckily, Usman was fine and ready to continue. Leon kept battering Usman's lead leg, punishing it with an inside leg kick and a side kick to the knee. Usman threw a beautiful jab and soon after closed the distance by keeping Leon against the fence. Both fighters exchanged punches, but then out of nowhere, Leon threw a nasty knee that landed clean on Usman's chin, which was the most brutal strike in the round. The stand-up war continued as both fighters had success, but then Usman landed a big right straight that wobbled the champ, and then the Nigerian followed it with a takedown, this time succeeding. Usman tried to take Leon's back, but the Jamaican defended well and got up to his feet. Usman kept control and landed a few low-power shots. After defending a takedown by Edwards, the Nigerian continued attacking Leon, but most of those strikes landed in Leon's guard without causing any damage. Leon received and landed a clean left straight that made Usman get away from him for a moment, following with a beautiful high kick that partially landed since Usman defended it well by keeping his guard up. When the bell signaled the end of the round, Usman landed more light shots while Leon had more medium and hard ones. The knee that Leon landed trumped the right straight heavy attack of Usman, and at the same time, Leon landed more medium strikes that caused more damage. Judging by the judges' criteria, damage trumps everything, and Leon did more damage in that round, regardless of the takedown that Usman scored. Although this round was very close, Edwards clearly won it. Round 3. Usman started gaining momentum in the third round by scoring a beautiful single leg takedown. This time, Usman controlled Leon on the ground and landed some ground and pound shots. However, Leon had already spent 8 rounds with Usman, and he knew what to expect and how to defend in such a scenario. This was the round when Edwards was deducted 1 point due to grabbing the fence to prevent a takedown. As Leon tried to get to his feet, Kamaru wanted to take him down again, and the Jamaican fighter grabbed the fence to defend it. That was the right call, considering that Usman could have gotten himself to a dominant position where he could have implemented his deadly ground and pound. Once the point was deducted, Leon kept being the composed fighter, attacking Usman's legs, but on one such occasion, he kicked Usman to the groin again, and the Nigerian quickly recovered. Usman's aggression finally paid off when he started to land nice jabs and right cross combinations while pressuring Edwards against the fence. At one point, Usman closed the distance, and when they broke from the clinch, the Nigerian landed a massive elbow that was arguably the heaviest shot in that round. Although this was a close round, we can assume that Kamaru won it, thus Leon was deducted a point. Round 4. Usman's coach, Trevor Whitman, advised his fighter to close the distance sooner in the 4th round and start the action early. Kamaru took that advice and kept the pressure on Leon, keeping him on his back foot while trying to find a perfect opportunity to duck under and score a takedown. The moment the 4th round started, Leon landed a big leg kick that angered Usman. The Nigerian now didn't waste any time and went after him in order to close the distance as soon as possible. At this time, Usman probably knew that he might have been behind on the scorecards and had to have a more aggressive approach to win this bout. Kamaru threw boxing combos while Leon attacked Usman's legs using John Jones' favorite technique, the oblique kick. And then Kamaru landed a huge left hook that rocked the champ. At this time, we must mention that Usman's lead leg was compromised due to all the damage observed by Leon's kicks. Leon stuck to his game plan and kept kicking Usman's leg, limiting his ability to score a takedown. One such attack caused Usman to hit the canvas. Leon followed, but the Nigerian used his wrestling to reverse the position. This was a close round that could go either way. However, Leon had better moments and landed more medium power strikes while defending Usman's takedown attempts. Judging by the scoring criteria, the damage trumps it all, and Leon dealt more damage. Round 5. At this point, Usman knew he might lose the fight if he doesn't do something big in the 5th. He kept pressuring Leon, but the Jamaican retaliated with a huge high kick that partially landed. The Nigerian was desperate and shot for a takedown that Leon defended well. After that, Rocky threw another high kick that also partially landed, and each time he did that, the crowd went wild, considering that it was the finishing move in their previous bout. Kamaru was obviously fading, and his lead leg was already ground meat. He was desperately trying to close the distance, but Leon punished him every time with close-range strikes. Edwards remained calm and was expecting Kamaru's takedown attempts, and each time the Nigerian shot for a takedown, Leon knew how to defend it. Leon would have threatened with knees and elbows whenever they got into a clinch position. In the closing minutes of the bout, Kamaru finally scored a takedown, but he did not deal any significant damage since the Jamaican fighter defended excellently. Overall, Leon was the better fighter that round. He landed more strikes and looked like the fresher fighter at the end. Besides the takedown attempts and a short ground control time, there was nothing significant that Usman did in the 5th. All judges gave the 5th round to Leon, and rightfully so. At the end of the day, Leon Edwards had his hands raised and remained the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. Usman was fighting well, but Leon was slightly better overall. Although Usman hinted at retirement, now he doesn't want to leave the sport and be judged by his last 2 performances. Therefore, we can expect him to keep fighting in an attempt to reclaim what once belonged to him, the welterweight belt. And what do you guys think? Do you believe Usman will be the champion again? How did you score this bout? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you'd like to watch more content like this, please make sure to like and subscribe.